Hi friends, welcome back to my channel on Studies of Science and History. Today we are going to do chapter number 1 of History, Studying the Past. It's very interesting and nice chapter. In this we will learn about many things which were done in our past on our earth, and we will also learn that there are two parts of our history: prehistory. Chapter number 8, Studying the Past. What is history? What is in history? History tells us about the change over time, that what was there in the past and what is now in the present world. There are two types. History is mainly divided into two parts: prehistory and history. In prehistory, the art of writing was not known. Nobody knew about it. We have got the remains of bones, tools, pottery, weapons, and many more things. Okay. In history, the history period refers when the invention of writing was known. As you all know that now we write everything on the paper now, because the writing was known. Do you know what is AD stands for? It stands for Anno Domini. It's a Latin phrase that means in the year of our Lord. It is referred to the year when Christ's birth, when Christ was born. BCE stands for Before Common Era, and CE stands for Common Era. The word common in both instance stands for Gregorian calendar. It's kind of calendar. Now, do you know that BCE is used in place of BC and CE used in place of AD? For example, let's take 2015. This year can be written as CE 2015. Archaeological source materials. In archaeological source materials, they tell us about we get the remains of past things which were buried in deep under our earth, like many things like tools, skeletons are there, and many more things which were buried deep under the earth's surface. They also tell us about religious, social, cultural conditions of that time. They tell us about that, what was the religions at that time, what was the cultural follower at that time, many more things. What are inscriptions? Inscriptions are writings. They are engraved on rocks or pillars of building, walls of caves or buildings, anywhere. Do you know Ashoka's inscription? Yes, Ashoka's inscription tells us about achievement in the fields of administration and steps taken in building hospitals, wells, etc. He did many good works for the people, like he built hospitals, wells, and many more things. All these types of inscriptions tell us about the king, their achievements, what were their achievements, the language of that period, etc. Do you know what is called the study of inscription? It is called epigraphy. This is Mohenjo-daro. It's an archaeological site. Archaeological source material. Let's learn more about it. Do you know that coins of earlier times are made up of different materials like lead, copper, bronze, silver, iron, gold, and even of leather also. They were of leather also. They also give us useful information about art. They tell us that how was the art, the religions, the rules, the levels of development of the technology. You know, the technology was also there at that time. The numismatics. You know what is numismatics? This is called the study of coins. Coins of Indian rulers have been found in many other countries, indicating that. Do you know that in the rulers, the coins which were made in India are found in different countries also? This tells us that the India was having a very good trade system with foreign countries also. Monuments are remains of temples, stupas, places and forts. Must have listened Red Fort, Taj Mahal, all these are called monuments. All these monuments and other things help us to collect information about social and economic life, religious beliefs, dresses, art forms, and architecture of that time. Do you know how? As the coins tell us the level of development, this way the monuments tell us that how was the culture at that time, religious beliefs, and many more things. You know why skeletons are also very useful source of information? Yes, they are also very useful source of information. Here we are having an inscription of Ashoka. It was written on a pillar. A coin of Samudragupta king. Sanchi Stupa and skeleton. Literally source materials. What are literally source materials? All these source materials are written records. They are also called as manuscripts. Like archaeological source materials were not the written records, but the literary source materials are only the written records. Before the invention of paper, then also there were literary sources. How? They don't write on paper. They write on leaves of the trees or palm leaves or on bhoj patras, copper plates and many more places. Religious literature. Now let us learn about religious literature. It consists of Vedas of Hindu in Sanskrit. Do you know the Vedas of Hindus are written in Sanskrit, Pitakas of Buddhists in Pali language and Angas of Jains in Prakrit language. They tell us about religious beliefs, society, customs, traditions, and of that time. Many more things, that how were the religious beliefs, what they think, and many more things. The Purans and epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata also provide useful information of that time. You must all have listened the story of Ramayana, Mahabharata. They also give us very useful information of old time. Non-religious literature. What are in non-religious literature? It consists of prose, plays, poetry, grammar, and writings. The books which was written by Kautilya is the name of that book is Arthashastra, and Kalidas, Abhigyan, Shakuntalam, and many more. You know what are cellular literature? All these literatures throw the light on the life of people of that period. The accounts of Indian by foreign pilgrims travels are also important source. Like whenever any foreigner, big foreigner means anybody who is having very big name, any foreigner that comes to our country, the account of all the events and these types of things are kept, and all these are important source that India, or that there was a big history of India. India was very good and good country. What is in the next slide? Historical literature. Like it's in, like there are three parts of literary sources. Two we have done, now we have to do third one. Historical literature consists of autobiographies of ancient rulers and biographical sketches like Harsha-Charita. The temples found in Java and Cambodia tell us about the spread of Indian culture to distant countries in ancient times. This is a very useful information about the temple of Java and Cambodia. for watching. I hope so that you enjoyed today's session. Like my videos, subscribe my channel and share my videos. Thanks for watching.